Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I am joined by the amazing Daryl and Alex. Hello.
Hey.
What's up, everyone?
What's up?
Thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm so excited for this. You know, it's been communications going back and forth. So
yeah, for a while.
Tell us a bit about yourselves.
Hello, I'm Daryl Patrice. I am 1/4 of the Black Improv Alliance. I've lived in Miami for most of my life. I'm actually born in Chicago, raised in Miami. I am an actress. I am a substitute teacher. I'm a teaching artist, playwright, singer, improviser. I'm doing a lot.
Doing it all. You're doing it all.
I've been doing a lot this quarantine. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with my dude Alex. I love Alex so much. And yeah, that's what I got.
Awesome.
Chicago. Wow, I didn't know you were born in Chicago.
The opportunity to say that doesn't really come up a lot. And plus, I was literally just born in Chicago. Like, I still look at Chicago through a tourist lens in a way, because like it was a very long time ago. So, but yeah.
That's awesome. My dad's from Chicago, so that's like home away from home. So that's so fun.
Okay. White Sox or Cubs?
Cubs.
Yeah. I come from a White Sox family, but you know, we can still be friends. We can still be friends.
Some Alex Taylor. I was born and raised in Miami. Okay.
Props.
Been here all my life. Did go to school up at Tallahassee at FAMU.
Shout out to HBCUs.
Oh yeah, for 4 years. So that was 4 glorious years of debauchery.
Go. Yes.
And then I got it together. I'm a father of a 11-year-old beautiful girl named Alexandria. That's my yes.
So Alex is all up and through this place. I feel left out. I'm just a visiting member of the Alex Club today.
That's my heart and soul. Also a member of the Black Improv Alliance, 1/4 of the Black Improv Alliance, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. I love improv, so yeah. That's it. Yeah.
That's what we're all doing.
And Alex mentioned that he went to FAMU. I am also an HBCU grad. Shout out to Spelman College in Atlanta. Yes, shout out to the Pearly Gates. Put that in there.
That's so awesome. What is it, my dears, that got you into improv and theater in the first place? You know, what was that aha moment for you?
Yeah, I just needed an outlet. I worked too much. When I was up in school, I was working at JCPenney, and that was in like 1998. Ever since then, I was working at JCPenney, so I kind of worked my way up the ladder, but just felt just stagnant and just and not happy. Not as I didn't feel like, I was spending so much time there at work, and I wasn't seeing any results of, change in happiness or anything like that. And I'm a fan of The Office, and, I saw this episode where Michael Scott went to take an improv class.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what? and then I saw what he was doing, and I'm like, oh man, that's all that, like, I could do that. Like, that seems fun, and I just looked it up online, and because it kept, I've been watching The Office for a while, but that episode, like, this was like 2017, where it just, all right, stop bull jiving, look it up, and I did, and like I've been loving improv ever since the first class I took.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that's so cool, because a lot of people from The Office originated in improv troupes. So
right.
So many of the funny people on TV and movies started in improv.
They light a fire under some of us to start sometimes. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Daryl, what was that aha moment for you?
Let me tell you, honestly, like, okay, so I have a friend named Anderson who is currently in Chicago. Shout out to Anderson. And he had been taking improv for some time with his friend, Jeff Quintana. And so he was like, you should come through to one of my shows, blah, blah, blah. It'll be fun. It'll be chill. See if you like it. If you do, then you can take a class with Jeff and your first one's free, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. I pulled up to the show and the performers were outside in a circle, warming up, playing games, whatever. I did speech and debate in high school, and some of the things that we did in big tournaments is we would all do our warm-up circle. So that was very familiar to me. I was like, all right, dope, cool, warm-up circle, let's go. And I saw one Black person. I saw one Black woman, and that was Stephanie Ray. And I was like, and we got a sister up in here? No, let's go. So I got in there. I was like, okay, I'm ready to see this sister do her thing. Come on, whatever. I walk into the room where the show was going to be, and I saw one more Black person in that audience, and that was David Hepburn. So I walked in, I made a beeline straight for him because of course God would have it that there was an empty seat next to him. So I sat down, we chatted it up, blah, 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 blah. We're excited. He's got an awesome energy. I'm matching that energy. We're energized, right?
Yeah.
So then come in the performers, and Stephanie freaking kills it. Like, there are people who have like high levels of energy and they just have the crazy characters and can do everything. Stephanie does not do that. Stephanie is the glue that holds scenes together. When everybody is bouncing off the walls, she's got that net like, zah! Okay. So what are you trying to tell me right now? You're saying this? Okay.
I totally get it. Yeah.
She's like, hold on, I just need you to just explain this. Okay.
Just clarify.
Just come back.
I see you. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. She's literally the yin to my yang, for real. I go off the Richter and Steph is always holding me down. So like just like, grounding me in the best possible way. Yeah. So I say all that to say that of course David and I made a beeline for her after the show. And we're like, okay, you're awesome. We need to do something together. We can be Wakanda's national improv team. Let's get it. Not knowing that David and Alex had connected through improv. They're actual cousins. They and Stephanie and I, boom, become the Black Improv Alliance.
That is so cool.
Honestly, there was a good chance that I would have at least tried the free class anyway, but Stephanie made me want to do this. Like, there's somebody out there doing this, like, who looks like me. Like, okay, I'm okay.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's what got me into improv. And that was only in 2018. I've only been doing improv for about 2 years now. Wow. And like it feels like so much longer, you know, when you're working with such great people.
Right, exactly.
Like,
Alex
and I have a duo that we're supposed to put that we have not debuted yet in public. It's called Too Many Pita Chips, and we have to solidify our form, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, Dick, on it.
That's a beautiful name too. Too Many Pita Chips.
I was very full. It was a very gluttonous day. But I do not regret my decision.
You should never regret pita chips, honestly. No.
That's right. Never. Especially with hummus. Hello.
Ooh, yes. Now I'm hungry.
Yes, indeed.
That's so cool. Yeah, that happens so often that you find with improv that you just kind of like fall into it, and there are these clicks and moments and sparks where you just see something.
Oh yeah.
And it blows your mind. I mean, for me, it was all about the positivity of it. You know, my old theater teacher was very strict, and I appreciate her for that because it gave me that structure. But sometimes when you see that loving energy, that supportive energy, it just resonates with you, and it made me so much more comfortable as a person that I don't think I would be where I am now without improvisation. So I totally understand where you guys are coming from in that sense of you saw someone who was you, who you wanted to be, or you felt like this is where I can release my energy and feel safe doing so, and then doing it. It's so fun. It's just so cool. You know, we're all obsessed.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
What would you guys say is your favorite, or one of your favorite, because I know this is hard, games or exercises to do in improv?
There's a game that I really like called actually no, let's one of my favorite games is one of the games that we made up. Red flag dating profiles. So there's a card game that Stephanie has called Red Flags. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, Alex, would you say? Yeah. Where you have 3 like attributes and then 1 red flag. Right. So you could have the best hair in the world. You could be very communicative, but you bring your dad with you on every date. So stuff like that. What we do is we pull 3 cards randomly, 2 attributes and a red flag, and we basically make up a song on the spot about it.
So cool.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorites. When we first started doing improv via Zoom, like we started doing that, and I was the DJ. I found like a whole bunch of different instrumentals and stuff, and I would play DJ, and everybody else would like sing or rap over the track, and it was so much fun.
That's
so much
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, Angelica and I have watched some of your live shows on Facebook, and it's really fun to see, you know, you've got the skills of a DJ to find the appropriate song for this moment. It works.
Here's the thing, it's not even a skill. Like at most times, I'm just going straight down the playlist.
Roll and click.
And if it's hip hop, if it's R&B, yeah, it's cool listening to Alex rap over an LL Cool J beat or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're boosting me up. Thank you.
Alex, what is one of your favorite games to play? It could be the same one, could be anything in the world.
I really like objection or challenge. You know, people have different versions of it, but I like objections. It's just fast paced, and you can get into it, and I mean, you can veer any direction that you want to go in, and you can object to anything, and it's just I don't know, it's awesome. It's fun, and it's very high energy. So like you have to be listening to every single thing that the person is saying up there, and you just have a chance to object to it. So it's just fun.
Yeah, I think that's fun. Another beauty of the improv games is that, you know, when Viola Spallin was starting a lot of these in Chicago, they were to help kids communicate better. So develop listening skills and all of this kind of stuff. So you find that in all of these games, especially the ones that Neva Boyd taught her. So it's like this whole mind-blowing pyramid of, we're going to start at physical communication and then rise all the way to mental communication so that you guys can trust each other with your lives. So that's like the kind of, yeah.
Come on, revolutionary work.
It's awesome. It's just so awesome because it's true. You know, all these games, we have to support each other through these games. So I feel like, you know, especially what you guys have done over at Black Improv Alliance is show each other definitely the fun of it, and also how you can develop that familial aspect through it, even though you guys, you know, you had no clue who each other were a couple years ago or a year ago, and it was like this mind-blowing experience of coming together and building this family and doing all these really fun things. So yeah. And that's my psychology brain coming into it, but that's like it's just so fun. Yeah, it's
cool. Like the improv spirit, it takes over a scene. I can remember there's like we did our MIF show in January, and you know, part of our set is, you know, somebody goes out and sings, and you know, and we're in the back line and we're supporting what they're saying, and you know, and then whatever they sung about, we take that inspiration into the next scene.
Yeah.
And Stephanie was singing about metaphors, and Daryl pulls me out to do a scene with her, and you know, like, sometimes when you're on the back line, it's hard to hear the words that the person is saying because they're in front of you.
Yeah.
So like I miss, you know, some of that song. You know, but Daryl pulls me out and we're doing a scene just natural, you know, and she says something about metaphors, and
I said, like, "You cut me to the quick, lover."
Yes, right. And I said, "What?" And I like Alex, like, let's read it, like, I don't know what she said. But she was using a metaphor, right? So it's just like, you know, and I mean, everybody's cracking up. I'm cracking up. Daryl has a straight face on.
Yo, I have been working on my poker face for years, but Alex was testing me. He tested me.
But, you know, it's like that improv spirit because it was perfect for that scene because she was using a metaphor, and I don't understand the metaphors that she uses sometimes. But like that was me being real, like, what? I don't know what you said. You know what I'm saying?
Not only did he not hear me, he didn't understand what I was saying. So it was perfect either way.
Those are such brilliant moments and scenes when just no one knows what's happening. And then you just get the most honest reaction.
If you want to see that moment, you can watch that moment on YouTube. Go to our MIF, Miami Improv Festival set on YouTube. Search Black Improv Alliance, and you can see that moment for yourself.
Anything
on tape. You're welcome.
Yes, all things Black Improv Alliance will be linked down in the description below if you're here on YouTube. And then on Instagram, everything will be tagged as well. So obviously check out YouTube. It's got like the direct links, you know, it's fine, it's whatever. Okay. One of my favorite questions to ask, because this is where I find out a little bit about everybody, you know, if I saw you guys walking down the street, I was walking the other way, and I turn, I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that? What can I tell just by looking at you based on first impressions?
As for me, you may not be able to tell that I have played 3 different instruments in my life. 4 if you count my voice. Yeah, I started playing piano when I was 5 or 6. I played violin for a year in the 4th grade because I learned how to play the can and a couple of the songs, and I was like, okay, I got this on lock. I got the violin next.
Nice.
And then I played the flute in middle school.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I played from actually like a little bit in 5th grade and then 6th and 7th. I was supposed to be in advanced band in 8th grade, but I accidentally got put into speech and debate class. And the teacher was like, try my class for a week. If you don't like it, I will sign your switch out form and you can go back to band. I stayed. I took that 1 week and I never looked back. Did speech and debate all through high school, whatever. But yeah, it started with me playing.
I'm jealous. I can't.
And I'm not a pro at any of them, but I can read music, so I can learn what you give me.
Yeah, this is all alone. That back there is a broken guitar that we use just for sketches sometimes. So this is nothing.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a dream, of course, but never.
Oh, speaking of guitars, Stephanie actually gave me this guitar.
Wow. Oh my gosh!
At a show that she performed at. Isn't she so cute? She was doing an improvised theater show, and one of her little skits was to give away this guitar because she was moving. She was condensing her space, her carbon footprint and such. And she was like, free to a good home. And I was like, I got a home.
So cool. Oh my gosh.
I delivered a baby in the back of a Montero Sport on the Palmetto.
Did you tell me this? Why does this sound familiar?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I thought so.
What?
Yes.
Yo, my guy's a real life hero.
Yes.
Oh my God. Why? How? Explain.
Why? Why not?
Well, yeah, why not? But how did it go? How did these events take place?
Wow. Me and my friends, we were all at my god sister's house. She was pregnant at the time. And for some reason, we just were all there. Like, it was about 6 or 7 of us just kind of hanging out. That's what we did, you know. And this was like right after school let out. Like, I think I graduated already. And so we were just hanging out. And she had went to Popeyes, and when she came home, she started, you know, having contractions, and her water broke at the house, and it was just like, okay, she said we can get to the hospital, so you know, so her husband was gonna, all right, let's go to the hospital, and none of my friends, nobody else wanted to go with them. And I was like, well, I'm not doing nothing, I'll roll with y'all, you know, let's, you know. And so we had to get her, because she was like her water broke, so she was
in labor. She was in labor.
Yeah, so she could barely walk. So we were trying to carry her to the truck, you know, and like each one of us
literally carry her, lift her up?
Yeah, like each one of us had like a limb that we were trying to.
Oh my God!
Y'all it was
her like a hammock. Jesus.
I mean, we didn't know what to do, so we got her in the.
Your men are hilarious.
So we're just driving, like, trying to get to Baptist Hospital that's in Miami, and we were like, because at first they said go to Jackson, and it's like, no, we can make it, we got time, like we can make it to Baptist. So we jumped on the expressway, and then like, I mean, I swear we were at cruise control, and it just seemed like we were just going through traffic like nothing, just, you know, it was just like so surreal. Away. Like, it was just
target.
Yeah, it was just so, it was slow motion, like we're running through red lights because, you know, it's an emergency.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And then this is when we had toll booths, and we ran through the toll booth, and there's a point, me and him, she's back there screaming and yelling, like, somebody get back here, deliver this baby's coming.
Oh, no. Oh my God.
So me and him turn around, and we see this head.
Oh no!
Coming out. Yes. And me and him just look at each other. It's like, oh shit. I don't know. And he was like, man, get back there and deliver the baby. I'm like, what?
No.
He's like, get back there and deliver the baby. I'm like, oh, okay. So he had this middle console. So I jumped over that. And I don't know how I did that to this day. But anyways, and yeah, I was back there, and I was telling her to push, and she was screaming at me. And, you know, like as she tells the story, I had little beads of sweat, like just going down my forehead, and she pushed, and the baby came out along, you know, with all the water and all that stuff, and like, so the baby came out like face down. And so like I'm freaking out. How do I? Oh shit! You know, how do I get this turned around? You know, so you know, I was able to find a way to turn her around. And she has a little mark from that day, like on her forehead. You know, I guess from the carpet of the chair or whatever. You know, from the seat. Yeah, but I was able to turn her around, and I just like cradled her, like. And we didn't stop. Her husband didn't stop driving. Like, we're still, Like this happened in a matter of minutes, you know?
Oh, no.
And so he's on the phone with the police. The police are telling us to pull over and to kind of tie off the umbilical cord with a shoestring, and we're like, no, we can make it to the hospital's right there. We can make it to the hospital. We don't have time to to stop, because the baby's
we ain't got
out.
no time to be untied shoelaces.
The baby's out.
The baby's here.
Sir.
No.
Baby's out. Baby's out. We gotta get we gotta
right
get to the
now.
hospital. So yeah, and after the mother has the baby, she's all calm now. I'm like, oh, look at my baby. Give me my baby. Let me see my baby. Like you just know what I just went through. Like what are you're calm now? Like
Oh no.
hospital yet?
Oh,
Yeah. So eventually, we got off the expressway and we found like I said, spirits in the air. There was a police car once we got off at the expressway, and we flagged him down. And it's like, hey, we got a baby in the car. We got a baby. We just delivered a baby. We got a baby in the car. So he escorted us right to Baptist, and they were outside waiting, and they So when we stopped at the emergency room, they opened the door. They pushed me out of the car. They took the baby, and then they took the baby upstairs and did what they needed to do. So yeah,
wow.
It was amazing. Yeah,
That's so those are those stories that you hear that you just don't understand how they happen, but they do. So obviously,
they happened. Right?
my
Yeah,
reaction
it was
from it. That's crazy.
It was
so awesome. Of course, she's calm after that. She just released the biggest pressure that she's felt.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
the serene moment. That all the adrenaline's down. She's like,
yes,
oh, my beautiful
exactly.
child. That's it.
I'm still freaking out, but yeah, you can be calm.
I love it. Real life hero in the place.
And the funny thing is, one of our friends, he was studying to be a doctor. So he was there at the house with us. And the only advice that he gave us was, y'all better get her to the hospital because she's about to have the baby. I'm like,
wow.
Hey, come on, dude.
That's all you got?
It's your time.
He must have had a couple of years left in med.
Yeah, he was still in, but he was, he was ready. He could, he's like,
talk about bedside
manner.
I'm just saying.
You could have done this.
The person who has a little bit of training in this maybe sort of kind of could have helped, but it's fine.
Right.
It's fine.
Yes.
You have the will. You have the will to do it.
Just gotta believe in yourself. Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Now
some people learn by doing.
Exactly. Now we all know if any of us are randomly pregnant and need someone to deliver a child on a moment's notice, Alex has got you.
I got you. Yeah, I'm here.
He's your guy.
Need that mobile baby crazy. Delivery. That's what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
This last portion of the interview is kind of like a round table of anything you want to say about improv or anything you guys are currently working on that you would like to mention.
Well, I would like to start by mentioning that Stephanie and I are performing at the Countdown Improv Fest tonight. Woo-woo, the 4th annual first virtual improv festival. It's usually in Tampa, but this year it's going to be on Twitch. So if you go on twitch.tv/Countdown Improv, you'll be able to see us at 7:20. Well, that's Steph and I, our group, our duo is called HBC Unity, and I know we've mentioned HBCUs a couple of times throughout the interview. If you don't know what an HBCU is, it stands for Historically Black College or University. Stephanie went to Howard University. I went to Spelman College. And so it just made sense. It just made sense. And we wanted to have something that kind of, that a name that was, just real Black and represented a big part of what made us the women we are today. And it's a really, really cool duo. Like I said, we go on at 7:20. So I definitely encourage all of you all to come out and watch some of our other friends who are performing that night. Our friends Playtime with Patrick and Preston. They go on right after us. They're totally awesome guys that we met at Countdown last year. Alex and David performed last night. They had an amazing set. They have an advice duo called Cousins, where they show you what they would do as like advice to audience suggestions and problems. Their stuff is always off the chain. And Alex has always been great with his facial expressions. So him doing improv on Zoom gives him full reign to really take advantage of those facial expressions. And virtual improv is great for Alex's brand. And the two of them did an awesome job last night. So yeah, and also check out blackimprovalliance.com. Fresh out the bag. Website. We just launched it last night. Still got that new website smell to it. So go ahead, check it out. See the different initiatives that we got going on over there.
Awesome.
Yeah, just like Daryl said, check out Countdown Improv Festival. There's some workshops still going on that you guys could check out. Check out blackimprovalliance.com. Black Improv Alliance. We also International Players Club. We do shows on Friday nights
at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes. So,
my God, the magic. Yeah. I couldn't perform in last night's show, but Alex and the gang, they killed it last night. Had me crying, laughing, like screaming. Like you just don't understand. Like it's a special group of folks. You gotta be there.
Yeah, that one is not for kids. Okay, so.
Yes, don't bring your kids. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I love improv. Just something I found that I truly enjoy it, and it's a blessing to be a part of the improv community. And if you haven't done improv, try it, check it out. It helps you, it's just good for your life,
It is.
It brings you joy. It's a safe space. And that's the important thing. A lot has been going on the last 4 months. Pandemic and just a lot of racial issues out there in the world. And improv is supposed to be a safe space for everyone to be able to express their feelings. So. Because we're being vulnerable up here on stage and saying some true things about our lives and how we feel about some things. So just continue to promote improv as being a safe space for everyone. And it's a beautiful thing, and that's why I love this so much.
And that's part of the reason why BIA exists, period, because we've been in situations where we don't feel safe and we don't feel seen, and we want to make a space for the unseen, for everybody. When we make space, when we hold space for like those who are marginalized, like we're really truly opening space up for everybody. That's why I love the work that we, specifically Black Improv Alliance, is doing, because we're making sure that Black improvisers are finding classes. We are sponsoring Black improvisers. Our goal is to have 100 new Black improvisers in Improv 1 classes. Wherever they are, help them find a theater. Our goal is to have 100 new improvisers by July 2021. We're already more than halfway there. So it's just become a huge thing, and I'm so proud of the work the team is doing, trying to get into different schools, teaching courses. Stephanie taught a workshop this morning for Countdown, teaching people about mid-forms, which is one of the things that we specialize. Our made-up form, the Tyrone.
And this is the Tyrone. I wake up to public and all the paper there. And I need some coupon because I need it for my head. Then I to the website, they said that we expired. I take myself intelligent and I got electric fire.
Is a mid-form, a musical mid-form, and it's just so really, it's so cool. It's so much fun getting to take rules and twist them around, bringing the flavor and the sazon and just the black joy to people, and bringing a whole different experience and letting people bring their experiences to us. And it really just makes theater that more broad and specific at the same time. Broad as in you have more than one experience being brought out on stage, and more specific because you can find people who can link on to what you've been through. And so that'll add a whole nother layer of nuance to every scene. You know what I mean? Because like everybody, you know, people love fart jokes, but what are this culture's fart jokes as opposed to this culture's fart jokes? Do we not like farts over here? Do we over like farts over there? You know what I mean? And like seeing how different sides of the coin come together, and it's like, it's a beautiful thing. And then sometimes you even get to sing about it. You know, it's a beautiful, wonderful thing. It's fantastic. When Black people, let me be specific, hear that our form is called the Tyrone, and then we go, come, and you recognize that reference, it is a joyous occasion. We wanted to... Everything we do is for the culture, truly, for improv culture, for Black culture, for theater, improv culture. That's what we do it for. We do it for us. We do it for y'all. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's such an amazing time for people to come together in improvisation, especially now. We have so many different avenues that we haven't been able to explore before because we've done so much in person, that now we're expanding. I mean, we've been doing stuff with our old professors from Second City. So like the fact that we get to communicate with Chicago and Florida and try to communicate with some of our friends in LA.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Bringing it all together is kind of what it's all about. You know, that's what improv is. It's working in an ensemble to make someone smile or to get a point across, to educate someone. What you guys are doing is just amazing. You've come so far from when we first saw you guys start, and you're just growing and growing and growing, and it's such a beautiful thing to see, especially in the theater and improv community, to see, you know, a local just grow, you know, and you're doing such things. And we've been putting actually Operation Black Joy down in our description in our videos since you guys announced it. So just, you know,
thank you.
Kinds of things out there. It's just so important during this time. You know, it's important for everyone to stick together, band together, and continue to educate people on things that they just need, you know. So yeah. This has been so awesome. I'm so excited. It has been. This has been another glorious episode of Talk About It Tuesday. My name is Alexandra.
I'm Daryl Patrice.
I'm Alex Taylor.
Thank you so much for joining me. I love the enthusiasm. Don't forget to check out the description down below for any websites to educate yourselves or any organizations that might need a little extra help at this time. Thank you, you beautiful creatures. I will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.